Episode 1. It's about time. So I liked how, right there at the very beginning, they wanted to show you that this does take place after the third movie. So that there's no confusion about, does this take place during, or is it in between, or is it a parallel? No, this takes place after the third movie, which shows that this really is the fourth movie. And it's hard to see that at first, right here at the beginning of the first episode. But by the time you get to the fifth episode, it really does feel like a full-length Back to the Future movie. And this is actually happening with other games that have movie licenses. This happened with Ghostbusters, the game, when Dan Aykroyd and I can't ever remember the other guy's name. But when they wrote Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, the game, as the third Ghostbusters game, a movie.
Dad, are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never. You wouldn't believe how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc's stuff. The city has no right to.
Now, son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for months, and the city really seems hell-bent on using his land for that new parking garage. And, hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
Reference.
It's just not fair. At least things can't get any
worse. Oh, never say that. Hey, it's Biff. And there's the song.
Hi, Biff.
And he's wearing that headset from the first movie, the big device that Doc had.
Nah, I guess I'm just remembering.
And so right away they're establishing search Doc's lab for dangerous materials. Establishing that, okay, he's been gone for months since he left in the train-like time machine at the end of the third movie. So they're selling his house, a garage sale.
I better stick around. Doc might have left something important behind, and he wouldn't want it to end up at Biff's place.
Einstein.
I miss Einstein.
How could you not miss Einstein? Ooh, the dog feeder.
Hey, let me...
Now, Biff, leave Marty alone. This is a very emotional time for him.
Oh, sure. Sorry, Marty.
Sorry, Marty. Yeah, you can tell that they're not obviously not the actors from the movies, but they still do a very good job of reenacting the voices and the characters from the movies.
A fish tank? I never knew Doc raised fish. Doc's fish had weird taste in decor. I kind of like Doc.
Let's see. See if I'm trying to remember all the controls here. Okay, so yeah, the L1 and R1 buttons. Actually, holding down L2 or R2 shows you all the available choices you can do, and you can cycle through them by pressing the L1 or R1 buttons. See the clocks.
I wonder why Doc didn't take any of these with him.
I don't think he wanted room for all those. Let's see. Television.
Does nature contrive it so that even with a time machine, you can intervene to prevent your own conception, for example?
Looks at his dad. Yep. Oh, I thought there was a look at more clocks. Let's talk to his dad. Let's talk to George McFly.
Hey, Dad.
Who's running this sale?
Who's running this sale anyway?
Oh, that'd be me,
What?
son.
You? Why?
Well, once it became apparent that the bank was going through with the sale, I volunteered to oversee it in order to make sure that Doc's stuff would be treated with a modicum of respect. Isn't that right, Biff?
You got it, Mr. McFly.
Well, I guess that's kind of nice of him, but still. At least he could have fought to keep Doc's house fine. Yeah, Doc's alive!
I'm telling you, this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know...
Yes, you've told us he's not dead. He's on a trip. Let's say you're right. Have you considered that this trip may not have been entirely voluntary? I hate to say it, but Doc's run up some pretty sizable debts around town. Maybe he's just hiding from his creditors.
Oh, come on, Dad. You got Doc wrong.
You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never
Like the
run away from
space-time
his problems.
continuum.
Well, you know him better than I do, son. But the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. Maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
Okay. I had a dream last night.
Do you think dreams can predict the future?
Well, you know I don't go in for that mystical stuff, but I do think they can reflect how you're feeling about the future. What did you dream?
Oh, just weird stuff about Doc.
Well, that's understandable, don't you think?
I guess, but I feel like it was telling me something.
So that something might be wrong. And what is Biff doing here?
What's Biff doing here? He wasn't a friend of Doc's.
It's a public sale, Marty. Everyone's allowed.
Oh,
Even Biff.
come on. I can fight my own fights, Dad.
About Biff, Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle him.
So can I.
Yeah, that's right.
I guess you can. Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way. But you know where to find me.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
Good old George McFly. The amps.
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for
Oh
pennies.
man, how can you pick up a stereo set like that, an amp like that, for just pennies? Come on. and you can see it's like giving me a hint saying, "Have you looked at Doc's model of Hill Valley?" It's like the game sometimes gets so impatient. Yeah, I know.
Let's make some noise.
You all remember the beginning of the first movie? Adjust your volume.
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some
Okay, I thought he
jerk's
was
pick
gonna
it up
do
for
something
pennies.
different after I actually mess with the controls, but then again, he doesn't have his guitar. Nothing else over here? Nah. Nope. Let's go over here. Let's see. What else can... Ooh, electrical equipment.
Looks like a hand crank lightning rod, or maybe a lightning powered pencil sharpener.
Huh. Doc did have some kooky stuff around his house. Let's talk to Biff.
Hey, Biff.
Oh, hi, Marty.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Well, I was as bummed as anybody to hear that the old nutcase had kicked it.
He's not.
But I'm not above picking through the remains. You know what they say. Don't look a gift horse in the butt.
It's in the mouth, you moron. He's not dead.
Doc's not dead, you know. He's still around.
Oh, really? Do you see him around here?
Have you seen anything dangerous or valuable?
I'm looking for something, in particular.
Yeah? Something valuable?
I can tell you if it is or not. Yeah.
Never mind.
Biff.